Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by Grain Equipment Company, where innovation meets execution. I'm Dusty Sonnenberg. I'm joined today by Gary Puckett. Gary is Director of Communications and Industry Engagement with the Ohio Corn and Wheat Growers Association. Corporate sponsorships are so important to all the commodity organizations, but in particular, as we look at the Ohio Corn and Wheat Growers Association, talk a little bit about how those relationships really ultimately benefit farmers.
You know, our corporate sponsors are dear to us because they help support the mission of Ohio Corn and Wheat. And we have three levels of corporate sponsors. We have our platinum sponsors, our titanium sponsors, and our scale sponsors. And they all help us achieve our goal of being able to advocate and serve growers across Ohio. And that's where it starts, is we all have a united vision of the work that we're doing is helping growers across Ohio, helping to get issues resolved, helping them in their daily lives of growing the crops that they grow, and also developing those relationships that you just can't get outside of these partnerships. No matter if it's a seed company or if it's a spraying company or really even a crop insurance company, they all help serve and meet a certain need, much like Ohio Corn and Wheat. There are so many things that are going on that whether it be in Washington, D.C. or in Columbus, Ohio, or just in individual counties across their state. And Ohio Corn and Wheat is proud to be able to be a part of those and be a leader in that area. You know, we're very active in trying to stay ahead of issues and not have to be reactive. We always like to be proactive as much as we can. We couldn't do it without the support of these corporate sponsors to help fund and help us be able to do what we do well and continue to get better at it.
Again, my guest is Gary Puckett, Director of Communications and Industry Engagement for the Ohio Corn and Wheat Growers Association. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more after this message from our sponsor.
Biodiesel isn't just a fuel, it's a game changer for your engine, your wallet, and your farm. Cleaner burning and efficient, biodiesel enhances engine life, power, and fuel economy. Plus, it delivers real value, adding $1.33 to every bushel of soybeans grown. That's 13% more value per bushel, directly tied to the biofuels market. Ready to turn soybeans into power and drive with purpose? Learn how at soyohio.org.
Let's catch up now with Dale Minio as he has an update from FBI Buildings.
Joining me is Blair Nyhauser, and he's with FBI Buildings, just barely into Indiana. And Blair, tell us about how FBI Buildings got started.
We got started in 1958 by our founder, Ed Baylor. We actually still have the old farmhouse still on the property. It's been over 60-some years, started out building kind of just general ag structures, and that over the years carried into commercial buildings, storage stuff for your personal toys, to houses, barn dominiums as they're called right now, and about anything in between.
I took a quick look at your website. Seems very helpful. The two major questions up front seem to be design of what you're looking for and the best location, and you've got staff to help make that easier for both, right?
That's right. We got a great sales team that comes after your property and really dive into those two things, and they work symbiotically together. And that's a unique thing. Not all builders, one, come out to your property, which just blows my mind, and two, actually want to help consult and ask questions around the design, around the location, and how all these things work together, because if you don't dive into those, it's not going to sit in the best place on your property, and it's not going to be designed with the doors and the sizes and the orientation and all that in the right spot to do what you want it to. And we'll come out, sit at people's kitchen tables, walk their property a little bit, and they'll say, well, I got these numbers from these other guys, and they haven't even been out here, and it just blows my mind. We'll absolutely help you work through those couple things.
Is the best way to start your website?
Absolutely. Put in your information and we'll reach out and see what you got going on.
And is the website FBIbuildings.com?
Yes, FBIbuildings.com.
Blair, thanks for the update and hope you have a great spring and summer.
Awesome. Thank you.
And thanks, Dale. This quick calendar reminder, the Jackson County Regional Livestock Market will be having a bred cow sale coming up this Friday, March the 14th at 6 o'clock p.m. Visit jcrlm.com, your livestock authority. Stay tuned. We'll be back to take a look at your markets coming up after this.
As you invest your time and resources into another planting season, the Ohio Soybean Council is right there with you, investing in the future of your farm. Your takeoff contribution helps the Ohio Soybean Council drive demand for every bushel of beans grown right here in Ohio. Whether it's through new product innovations or expanding into new markets, they work on your behalf to ensure a profitable future. Because the only thing better than growing soybeans is selling soybeans. Visit soyohio.org to see all the ways the Ohio Soybean Council is invested in your future. That's soyohio.org.
Thanks, Morgan. Let's take a look now at how your market's closed for a Monday, brought to us by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. cornfutures.com. In the midday trade, corn futures were 2 to 3 cents higher, while soybean futures were 7 to 8 cents lower, and wheat futures were 11 to 16 cents higher. Now, if we take a look at how those markets actually closed, May corn was up 2 3/4 cents at $4.72. The December 25 new crop up 3/4 of a penny at $4.55. May soybeans closed down 11 cents at $10.14. November new crop beans were down 7 3/4 at $10.17 3/4. And wheat for May closed up 11 1/4 cents at $5.62 1/2. The July 25 new crop wheat was up 11 3/4 at $5.77 1/4 cents. On the livestock side, April live cattle closed up 30 cents at $200.57 1/2 cents, and June cattle were up 75 cents at $197.22 1/2. April lean hogs closed up 95 cents at $88.30, with May hogs up 87 1/2 cents at $91.47 1/2, and April feeder cattle closed the day down 22 1/2 cents, $277.92 1/2 cents. This is the Ohio AgNet.